حي على الفلاح.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم اجعلنا دعاة إليك وإلى رسولك. فقد قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم المسلم إخوة. صدق الله وصدق الرسول وأنا على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين. Once Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was sitting with his sahabas, and he said, very soon somebody shall enter into the masjid, and that person is an inmate of the paradise. He's a jannati. So everybody is at the edge of their seat and they are waiting, who is this person going to be? So then a person, he performed wudu, and from the water, it was still dripping from the various parts of his body. And he was carrying his slipper, his shoe in his left hand, and he entered the masjid. So everybody said, yes, he was an Ansari Sahaba. So when he entered the masjid, everybody took note. Who is this person? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam announced that he will be a Jannati. The next day, same thing again. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting with his sahabas. He said, a Jannati is going to enter just now. And the same sahabi, he entered in a similar situation, same thing, now performing wuzu and walking with his slipper in his left hand. Till the day again, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a Jannati is going to enter. And lo and behold, same sahabi again, with the water still dripping that he had performed wuzu from, carrying his shoe or slipper in his left hand. So it is confirmed. From the first time Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said it, it was confirmed, but it was confirmed and stamped again. One Sahaba said, I want to know why. What is this that this person is doing? As far as we know, he looks ordinary, he's an ordinary Sahaba, he's just like us. What makes him so special? So he made up an excuse. He went to that person and he made up an excuse. And he said, I have a little situation and so on. I need to spend some time by you. And as is the etiquette of the Muslim, our doors are open and anyone can come in, right? And spend 3 days and we don't ask them nothing, right? That was the etiquette of Sahabas. So he said, okay, fine, no problem. I don't need to know. I come. So he spent the night. What was the objective? I want to see, I want to find out, I want to put my finger on what it is, what makes you so special. So he said, I slept the night and I observed the brother thinking that, he might get up, he might pray some salat. But he just kept turning, and whilst he was turning, Allah, Allahu Akbar, and he's turning. Normal thing for Sahabas. Right? As a normal thing for us, right? When we're turning in our beds, we say Allah, Allah. This was normal for Sahabas. So first time he notices his night activities, then he looked at his day activities, scrutinizing every aspect of this Sahabi's life, searching and looking, to find something that, is out of the norm. 3 days passed, he said he didn't find anything. So he's not going to leave without an answer. So he said, I approached the Sahabi, he said, look, I just made an excuse. I didn't really have any situation. I wanted to see what it is that makes you a Jannati. Because I don't know, there's nothing normal, extra normal, other than the normal things that I do. I'm just like all of you else, I do the same things. I can't think of anything. So the Sahabi said, okay. And as he was leaving, he said, no, come. I remember something. He said, لا أجد في نفسي لأحد من المسلمين غشا. I do not have in my heart any ghash, any ill feeling for any Muslim. And I do not envy anything that Allah has given to anyone. I do not have jealousy in my heart for that which Allah has given to anyone. That is it. That is what made him special and shine. That Rasulullah ﷺ announced, a Jannati is going to come into the masjid. What is it? I do not have any ill feeling, any hatred in my heart, rush, any hatred in my heart, bad feeling, negative feeling about any Muslim. I don't have that in my heart, nor do I feel jealous for anything that Allah has given anybody. He sleeps with a clean heart. Clean heart. Yes, everything has to be there, but the heart has to be clean, because the way that we are related, it's not like how a brother and a sister or a father and a child is related. That relation is established through blood. In Islam, there are 3 ways, according to Sharia, that relationship is established. One is through blood, father, mother, brother, sister. The other is through marriage. A person becomes husband and wife, and then in-law, father-in-law, like this, through marriage. And the third is through suckling. Where you drank milk from a particular woman, she becomes like your mother, because milk is blood. These are the 3 ways that relationships are established. But there's a 4th way, and that is through Iman. Through Iman. These other relationships, they go like this: from me to you, from mother to son, from father, brother, like this. They go from one person to the other. And that is the strength that they have. However, the relationship that a Muslim has with another Muslim does not go from him to the other Muslim. Firstly, it goes from him to Allah, and then from Allah to that person. Our relationship here is like this. Connect the dots like this. Draw the lines like this. From me to you, from me to you, this one to that one. But as far as the relationship of a Muslim to another Muslim, it is not going from you to him. How is the line drawn? To Allah, then to this person. So I am connected to you as a Muslim. As a Muslim, you are my brother through Allah. And my connection with you, therefore, is as strong as my connection is to Allah. Understand? If my connection to Allah is thin, like a hair, that's my connection to Allah, then my connection to you is as thin as a hair. But if my connection to Allah is fat like a rope, then my connection to you is as fat as a rope. Therefore, what determines the relationship I have with you is the relationship I have with Allah. And as important as I consider Allah, and as dear as Allah is to my heart, so too you are to that degree. That is how you are to me. You are to me as I am to Allah. Because our connection is established like that. Once an individual, he journeyed from one village to a next village in order to visit a Muslim. He journeyed from one village to another village in order to visit a Muslim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent an angel to that village to meet him and to have a conversation with him. When he reached there, the angel said, "Whither to? Where are you going?" He said, "I'm here to visit my brother." Not blood brother, Muslim brother. "I'm here to visit my Muslim brother." He said, "Are you here for any other reason? Do you have some transaction with him? He owes you money? Or some other thing, some other affair?" He said, "No. I just came to visit this Muslim brother." The angel said, "I am a messenger from Allah. And Allah has sent me here to tell you something. I am a messenger from Allah, And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent me here to convey something to you, which is أَنَّ اللَّهَ قَدْ أَحَبَّكَ كَمَا أَحْبَبْتَهُ, that verily Allah loves you in as much as you love that individual for his sake. So one, the connection that you will have with another Muslim is based on your connection, your value, your esteem that you have of Allah. First point. And second, Allah will have love for you based on how much love you have for the Muslim Ummah. Our believing brothers and sisters. It's working both ways. My love flows as big as my river and as big as my stream to Allah is to the brother. However strong that is to Allah, that is how strong my relationship is going to be with my Muslim brother and sister, because it's based on Allah. And then Allah is going to give it back to me in the same amount that however much I love somebody else for deen, that is how much Allah is going to love me. In proportion and to the extent of my association, my care, my concern, my love that I have for the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as to that degree and to that extent, that is how Allah will love me. It's a two-way flow. My connection to the brother is going to be as much as my connection to Allah is. And Allah is going to love me in as much as I love the Muslim Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Once Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was in Haram Sharif, and he looked at the Kaaba, and he said, "Ma atiyabaka." Aw kama qala alayhi salatu wassalam, how beautiful you are. Looking at the Kaaba. We would also have felt those sentiments when we would have gone for Hajj and Umrah, and the sight of the Kaaba brings so much love and joy, a rush of emotions. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was going through something similar. He looked at the Kaaba and said, "Oh, look how beautiful you are, and how sweet is your smell." The love for the Kaaba was so much that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was smelling sweet fragrance coming from it. Free, like how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves the bad smell that comes from the mouth of a person. All of it is about love. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is looking at the Kaaba and he is feeling the love in his heart for the house of Allah. And he's physically sensing, whether it was smelling or it was not smelling, but because of love, he said, "And I smell your fragrance and it is so wonderful." To change the scene? However, immediately after, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "However, you are sacred, you are holy, you are beautiful. Kaaba, you are what you are. But you see, the believer, the Muslim, is more valuable than you. The believing Muslim, the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, every single one of them is more valuable than you." Do we have that esteem, that love, that honor for the believers in Islam, for our Muslim brothers and sisters? This love is based on Allah. This love is based on Allah. And to the extent that we love Allah, we will love one another. And if there is some defect or kink in our love for each other, it means that we have a problem in our relationship with Allah. And for us to have relationship with Allah, with each other, that relationship with Allah has to be there. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has mentioned in hadith that the salat of a person does not go beyond his head, doesn't rise up beyond his head. Yes, he will be absolved of fulfilling his obligation, but don't expect any reward. Don't expect it to reach in front of Allah. The salat of a person does not go one span beyond his head if he harbors rancor, hatred and enmity for his Muslim brothers and sisters. In one hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam explains what is going to happen at the end of Ramadan, at the time of Eid, Laylatul Ja'iza, on the night of reward giving and prize giving, time for paycheck at the end of the month. The angels asked Angel Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam, what has Allah done with those faithful servants of Ahmad, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who have done their bidding, who have completed their fast, and they have observed the itikaf, and they have read so much Quran, and they have fed so much people. They have done this, and they have done that, and they have done this. So the angel asks Angel Jibreel alayhi salam, what is Allah? What kind of salary they going to get? What pay is forthcoming for them? Angel Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looked at them with love and mercy, and He forgave all of them. All the hard work, the fasting, the charity, the Quran, lots of effort went in. Angel Jibreel said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looked at the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam with love and mercy, and He forgave them their sins, except in 4 categories of people. Those who fall into these 4 categories will get 0. It will be cancelled. You get stumped out. Who are these? First, those who are addicted to alcohol or any intoxicating substance. Those who are on drugs, who are on alcohol, who are addicted. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Sharibul kam ka'abidil awthan." A person drinking alcohol, taking any type of intoxicating drug, any drug that befogs the mind, being addicted to something is not the problem. You're addicted to coffee, you're addicted to Coke, you're Coca-Cola, you're addicted to various things. That is not the prohibited issue. The issue is whether it covers the mind. The word for alcohol in Arabic is khimar. It covers the mind. It befogs the mind. Anybody who takes intoxicants, they are a worshipper of an idol. Because they say, I can't take it no more, no. I need help. Who you need help from? The bottle. A person who is drinking alcohol, he's worshipping the bottle. A person who is smoking weed and marijuana, he's worshipping, he has a green idol. An idol, vegetable, grass. He's worshipping grass. Person on cocaine, he's worshipping a powder. And a person on alcohol, he's worshipping a bottle. Taking it is worshipping it. Because you are looking for peace, you're looking for help, you're looking to solve the problem, to get over it, to cool yourself from what? Allah? No. You have established another idol and you are worshipping it. First category of persons. Second, those who are disobedient to their parents. Imagine, you are fasting this month and making so much effort and you're not obedient to your parents. Not listening to them and taking their instructions. Halal instructions you're not taking. And what will that cause? 0 pay at the end of the month of Ramadan. Thirdly, those who do not speak to their near relatives, your close and immediate relatives, you are not speaking with them, you have cut ties. And the Prophet ﷺ said, the 4th category is the mushaheen. The mushaheen. Sahabas asked, who are the mushaheen? The Prophet ﷺ said, those who have bad feelings in their heart for their brothers, and they would break off relationship and quarrel with one another. Those who have bad feelings in their heart for their Muslim brothers and sisters, and they break off relationship with them. The acceptance of our deeds, us being rewarded, it rising above our heads, depends on our relationship with each other. Allah is there and He's looking at us. But He's also looking at our connection with each other, because our connection with each other is based on Him. Having bad relationship, ill feeling, malice, these bad qualities in the heart for your Muslim brother is thinking little of Allah. Because if Allah was dear to us, then we would overlook what we have to overlook, and that will be more powerful and more influential, and that will have a bigger impact on us. If somebody comes and says, your mom say to tell you to give me something from the fridge, $100. Your mom says to tell you to give me $100. It is because of your mom saying, that is why you are giving. But if you say no, what are you indicating? That it doesn't matter. Who should tell me $100 for what? What it is for? And you start the question. Oh, mom sent you? No problem. Here, come quickly. You get it. So our relationship with each other is a direct indication of our relationship and how high esteem we have Allah. To that extent, that is how we deal with each other. That is why Allah is saying, oh, you are doing what you are doing, and your heart is like this, and you have ill feeling towards each other, it means you have ill feeling towards me. Because when this, why are you thinking bad of this individual? Because they did something, because they said something that doesn't fall in line with what you think and so on. So therefore, you say, oh, okay, I'm not going to talk to him, he's like this, he's like that. So what will happen when Allah places a calamity on us now? Same way we will respond. We have to learn to see things and receive them differently. So somebody is pelting you. How you look at it? What to do? They're bowling you. So play cricket. If they're not pelting, they're bowling you, well, might be a stone. So you what? You block it. If you want, hit it for 6. But he's not pelting me, he's bowling me. And when the arrows are being shot at us, do not see them as arrows. See them as roses that are being pelted at us. It depends on how you look at it, how you receive it. Therefore, we have to look at each other. This is my brother. When part of our body pains, we don't criticize that part. We feel sorry for that part. We give it attention and love and care. Because that's part of my body. Al-Muslimu ikhwa. Kal-jasadil wahid. We are but one body. We are one part of one complete body. So, any defect anywhere is not supposed to anger us. It's not supposed to put hatred in our hearts. It's supposed to concern. Make dua for one another. Last night we mentioned what the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said to do. And to start with that. Afshus salam. Afshus salam bainakum. Things we say, actions we do will have effect. Give salam. Give salam. Give gifts to one another. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Tahabu tahabu. Give gifts to one another, you will love one another. Love will develop in your heart for the person that you are giving. Love will develop in the heart for the person who is receiving. Give gifts to one another. Small little trinkets, small little gifts. Do not think them as small. This will build the love amongst us. This love is no simple thing. The love that we must have for one another is love for Allah. Why do we love one another? Lillah. Lillah. For the sake of Allah. And for the sake of Allah, if I have to be blind, deaf and dumb, I will be blind, deaf and dumb. Because we will only see, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, oh, you looking at that individual and you're seeing a straw in his eye. You're looking at that individual and you're seeing a straw in his eye, but you're not seeing the log in your eyes. You have a big log in your eyes. You're seeing that. All you're seeing is the little straw. We have to love one another. Do not look at the faults. If we look at the faults, there's enough in me. There's enough faults in me not to see the faults in others. Look at the faults in ourselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us in this world to establish a relationship with Him and on a test. you focus on that exam. Focus on your test. Focus on your exam. Have love in the heart for one another, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will love us. This is a month of love. This is a month of mercy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala begins Quran, Bismillahir Rahman Ar-Rahim, and He comes in Surah Fatih again, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Love. Allah is love. This is a deen of love. This is a deen of love. This is not a deen of fighting and bickering, and this is a deen of love. And the love that we have is based on our love for Allah. More love we have is a stronger relationship we have with Allah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite our hearts and give us the true value of one another. That's the problem. We don't see the value. Kaaba that the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam was looking at is not a complete building. It's not even a beautiful building in the sense of architecture and so on. It's just some blocks put together. It's not beautiful. And it is incomplete. You know that? The Kaaba is incomplete. They didn't have enough blocks to finish the construction. But there's a part that identifies the foundation, and there's a little circle in front. That is Kaaba too. So an incomplete building that the Kaaba is, we have our Muslim brothers and sisters, they are incomplete too. I am incomplete too. All of us are incomplete. But that incompletion that we have, those defects that we have are blessings from Allah. That incompletion of the Kaaba is a blessing. Many of us would have been able to perform salat in that area, in the Hatim. We are nobody. If it was complete and the whole thing was blocked off, which prince are we to go in Saudi and for them to open the door of the Kaaba for us to go in? But now every single, you can't say Tom, Dick and Harry, every Zaid, Omar and Bakr can go inside there and pray. What facilitates that? The incompleteness of the Kaaba. The defect that the brother has, the defect that I have, that is what enables us to go together. Like the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, it's not square like this. It has, a rounded piece, then a piece that comes in. So because it has that piece that comes in, the other one can go on fitting like that. If all of us was perfect, what kind of relationship would we have had? Where would the love of Allah have room to show itself? But because he has a problem, and still I am able to love him. Why? Because of Allah. For the sake of Allah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us this love. And take all these diseases from our hearts so that we are not deprived. We don't want to work, and then go and say, no, you get disqualified because of this at the end of Ramadan. Take out these ill feelings from our hearts so that at the end of Ramadan, and when we stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we can get full reward. وأقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور